is demonstrative of those type of videos that I don't like watching alone.
Get ready to go to bed myself. What the f is that? What is that? What? Oh God! Is that?
Never talk to somebody that has black eyes. And it's crazy because the story you guys are about to listen to is completely real. In the middle of nowhere in Vermont, an elderly couple heard 3 knocks on their door. They opened the door and saw a boy and a girl. The kids looked at the parents and said, "My parents will be here soon, can we come in?" Children didn't make eye contact. The elderly couple hesitated but said, "Of course you're able to come in." The kids sat on the couch, the wife made hot cocoa, and the husband was asking them questions. When the wife returned with the hot cocoa, she saw that her 3 cats were super angry at these children. The kids then look around the room and say, "May we use the restroom?" They say of course and redirect them over to the bathroom, and the husband grabs his wife's arm. He looked at his wife and said, "Did you see their eyes?" And as soon as he said that, he looked at his hand and saw his nose was bleeding. Then randomly the power went out and the kids walked out of the room and said, "My parents are here." Here's where things get creepy. 1 week later, 3 of the 4 cats went missing and the 4th cat was found dead at the bottom of the pool. On top of all that, the husband was diagnosed with a very rare aggressive skin cancer. Make sure to like and follow.
Creepiest YouTube videos to ever exist, part 1.
I'm just gonna let the clip play on this one, but if you guys do enjoy and want to see more videos like this, be sure to like and follow me.
This is why you should always keep pictures of your parents. A little girl named Olivia who lived a very quiet life decided to check her homework assignments that were posted online. The teacher posted that they needed to write down their favorite memory with their family as well as bring a photograph. Olivia then writes about how her and her mom play dolls every night in the basement before bed and that she has a lot of fun doing so. She finishes her paragraph and then looks in her dad's drawer for a photograph of mom. She only found pictures of her mom from high school but decided to use it anyway. Olivia goes to bed and wakes up the next morning. Once she arrives at school, the teacher then says, "Let's start presenting our project." Then the teacher called Olivia's name to present. Olivia then begins to read about how her and her mom play dolls every night and then pulls out the photograph. As soon as Olivia pulled out the photograph, her teacher's face goes numb. She then asks Olivia if she can take a closer look at the photograph. She then recognized her mom as one of her previous students. Then the teacher asks, "Where did you get this photo?" Olivia says, "My dad keeps them in his drawer." The teacher, shocked, sits down Olivia and pulls out an old newspaper. The newspaper headline, "Local high school teen murdered, boyfriend gone missing." The teacher then looks at Olivia and says, "Your mom has been dead for 14 years.
Whatever she captures, she thought, would hopefully confirm her suspicion of there being a ghost. She swore she saw a face and wanted to prove it. But, after having pressed record and zooming in, this happens.
This is why you should always lock your front doors. A kid living with both of his parents decided to watch a movie for their family weekly movie night. He then gets up to use the restroom. As he is in the restroom, he sees all of the power in the house cuts off, and then he hears 2 loud thumps. He locks the bathroom door and hears heavy objects being dragged across the hallway. The kid, freaking out, runs out of the bathroom and runs into the restroom. Once he is inside the room, he locks the door. As he locks the door, he jumps in bed and acts like he's asleep and hopes that this person who is in the house will ignore a child sleeping. He closes his eyes and hears the door creak at the same time. He squints his eyes and sees a man with no eyes dragging the bodies of both of his parents. The man dragging his parents sits his mom's dead body in a chair facing him, and then sets the dad's body on the floor facing up. It was almost like whoever was in the house who killed them wanted him to see it. He then sees the man writing something on the wall and then climbs under his bed. He laid there for hours knowing that if he moved a muscle he would end up just like his parents. He finally built up enough courage to read the wall, and the writing on the wall said, "I know you're awake." This is why you should never play hide and seek. A mom decided to play hide and seek with her 2 kids. The mom began counting, "Ready or not, here I come." She begins searching the downstairs kitchen because she knows that they hide there every single time. As she's walking to the kitchen, she starts saying, I wonder where they are. She looks under the table and sees they aren't there, which is kind of odd. She knew they were too scared to go into the basement alone, but she decided to check anyway. They weren't there either. She began to panic. The mom then says, Jordan, Casey, come out now. Mommy's not playing anymore. There was no answer. Panic really begins to set in. She decides to call 911 and reaches an operator. She tells the operator what's wrong, and the operator sends an officer to her house. Once the officer arrives, he says, don't worry, we will find them. As she's sitting in the living room, she hears giggling and laughing and hears a closet door slam upstairs. She sprints upstairs and says, Jordan, Casey, you worried me sick. She opened the closet door and nobody was there. While all of this is going on, she hears the doorbell ring. She runs downstairs and finds the officer holding Jordan and Casey. The officer says they were hiding in the shed out back. Then Jordan looks at mommy and says, why were you telling us to stay in the shed?
In the following clip, a security guard is outside in the middle of the street late at night. He appears to be shouting at a pedestrian who's on the other side of the street. However, if you look closely, there's something off about this person. I'll play the clip and let you see for yourself.
Fue crucificado, muerto y sepultado. Descendió a los infiernos. Al tercer día, quitando la chaqueta, resucitó entre los muertos. Subió a los cielos y está sentado a la derecha de Dios Padre Todopoderoso. Quítame la chaqueta. Descendió a los infiernos. Al tercer día resucitó entre los muertos. Subió a los cielos y está sentado a la derecha.
Videos that seem innocent but have a terrifying backstory, Part 2. This video shows a man playing Dance Dance Revolution being unknowingly recorded by some people who are making fun of him. The man, Adam Lanza, 6 months later would shoot his mother in the head 4 times while she was asleep and then drive to Sandy Hook Elementary School, where he would murder 6 adults and 20 children between the ages of 6 and 7. A popular 18-year-old CSGO YouTuber uploaded a reveal of the supercar he had just bought. He had a stream account containing around $100,000 of in-game items, which was banned 6 months later, causing him to have a mental breakdown and commit suicide. He intentionally drove the vehicle into a van, killing him, a mother, and her 12-year-old daughter. This video shows Chris Watts pleading for the return of his pregnant wife and 2 daughters.
If somebody has her and they're not safe, like, I want them back now.
He later confessed to strangling his daughters, hiding them in an oil tank, and burying his wife.